Well, hello,
Hey,
hello.
everybody.
Hello,
Nice to see you.
hello. How we doing?
Hey. Thank you, Gary, because it's important to be heard.
It is.
It's nice to be seen, but it's even better to be heard.
Yes, it
Especially
is.
when we're talking and having great conversations.
And we got a good topic tonight. This is
We
gonna
always
be strong.
Watch that light behind you, homie.
Here we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Let me help you. Because you gotta be
I'm sorry, you guys. You know,
Us old people.
at least I'll say this. Our technical difficulties are getting better. They're getting less and less. So, yay for us. We gotta always look for that silver lining.
There we go. All
All
right.
right. So,
Sorry.
hello again.
Had our booty all in the video. Sorry about that, guys.
Had a little OnlyFans moment.
Right.
I'm not saying a word.
Oh, you better not. Hey, welcome. I hope everybody's doing well.
I'm doing fantastic today.
Yeah, me too.
This week got off to a good start for me.
All right.
And I mean, it's, big things always take care of themselves, but it was little stuff. Like I left my credit card at Starbucks. Why I was paying with a credit card, I do not know, but I left it and they returned it to me the next day.
Very good.
Wow. They held on to it. Are you a regular there or something? Oh, okay. That's nice.
So
That's really nice.
when stuff like that happens, do you still alert your credit card company that you left your credit card? I would.
I'm not situationally aware like that, so I didn't know until they gave the credit card back
Yeah.
that it was gone.
But I mean, it was out of your possession, even though you got it back. That
Oh,
doesn't
you're
mean
saying
that
that I even
I would
after the
alert
fact?
the credit card company. I would probably just change the number. Is what I would do.
That's a thought.
Yeah.
Because the employees probably,
It's a phone call. Just a
got
quick
some
phone call.
shoes.
Yeah.
Put it on their card number on the Amazon account.
I was hoping for hair and nails done, things that I do regularly
Right,
anyway.
right.
But shoes that can get expensive. You might like Louboutins or something. I got a comma.
So speaking of like little things that turn into big things, when you start a new relationship with someone and you're like, okay, this is going nicely, and you want to take a little vacation, little trip, it seems like it should just go smoothly, right?
It should.
It should, because you guys are dating, you know each other, but traveling with someone can be different than just going on a date with someone.
Absolutely.
What happens if you realize on this trip that this person that you like so much is just not a good traveling buddy? They're not a good traveling companion.
And they say you never really know a person until you travel with them.
Yeah. Or live with
Or
them.
live with them.
But yeah. Same thing. You are living with
You're
them.
living with them.
You're living with them for that
Hopefully,
week.
Really, no. That's very true.
And you're in a
That's
very
true.
confined space.
That's exactly right.
You're sharing everything.
And what should be a very confined schedule.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
your
there's
likes and dislikes are definitely going to be highlighted.
Yeah.
On the trip.
Yeah.
Your common.
but that's a good point though, the schedule. Because for me, I don't know if I want someone planning my whole trip from A to Z.
Absolutely, I wouldn't like that.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Like
You have 24 free minutes
Right.
per day.
Exactly.
I've said to people, this is not a field trip. We're not doing that.
But some people are like that.
Yeah.
And you don't know that until you travel with them.
Yeah.
And, another part about the scheduling part, depending on where you are in your travel adventures, like, there's a lot of, if you go to Rome, let's just say, there's a lot of history there. There's all of these different things that you can do. But if you've already been there, I'm not going back to the Vatican. I don't want to see the Pope. I don't need to do any of those things. I'm not. For what?
So what you want out of a trip?
You shouldn't plan a place where you had been before.
The shopping is incredible in Rome, and
It is definitely. But
You don't want to do anything
but you wouldn't,
historical.
You wouldn't want to. But if you were on a
Again?
date with, let's say you were on a date with your new girlfriend Susie, you wouldn't want to, and she's never been to Rome. You wouldn't say, okay, let's do these things because you've never done that.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna make Janae mad, but I hope that she's not a golfer because she can go do all that stuff, and I can go golf.
Okay.
You don't want to golf with her?
I want her to, see all that stuff that we could potentially be arguing about. Just go and do it, and I promise I will find the nearest golf place and go enjoy myself.
Yeah, but she might be a golfer too, and be like, you're not going to golf without me.
Well, see,
Let's do
I'm
both.
gonna tell you, if I were in a relationship with someone, or a new person, and this was our first trip, and it just happened to be because we were talking about Rome, and though I've been there a few times, and let's say I hadn't been, and he had been a few times, if I wanted to see the Colosseum, or if I wanted to go shopping in Milan, which is where the good leather is. But if I wanted to do if I wanted to go to the Vatican and see the Sistine Chapel, and he said, I've already done that. I'm gonna go golf and I'm gonna send you
Just the building with a bunch of pretty windows.
I'm gonna
Seen one,
I'm
seen
gonna
them all.
send you by yourself, and I'm gonna
Come see him, open air stadium.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, I would feel away.
I wouldn't like that. I would feel like, well, what the hell why are we here together if
Right.
we're not going to do these things together? And it doesn't have to be a field trip, but yes, I mean, it's...
And that's the part of what I'm saying. Like, when it's two people, two minds trying to come together. So there has to be some sort of compromise. It can't just be like, well, you know what? We're out the country. Go do your thing by yourself, woman. You're out the country. Fend
That
for
doesn't
yourself.
sound
You're okay.
safe at all.
And I'm going to go golfing.
Yes,
While
that-
you're
that
out the
doesn't sound-
country
yes.
by yourself
That doesn't sound safe
in a
at all.
strange place.
And as a
Yeah.
woman, I'm going to tell you, and as a woman who has the ability to travel anywhere I want, I still am keenly aware, like I'm a woman, I don't want to go by myself to, so far away to a different country by myself. Some people are comfortable. Some women are comfortable with that. I am not. I'm like, I want a travel partner, and that's that. So if I say, okay, I'm going to go with you and we're traveling together, and then we get over there and you show your ass and say, I'm not, well, I'm going golfing.
It's just the
You do
building,
your thing, I'm
right?
gonna do my thing. I'll meet you
I'm
back.
not-
I'll see you at dinner, right?
I mean, first of all, and I'm sure you probably noticed, there are like 4 different tours that you can take for just the Vatican itself. And let me say this first. I would be flexible. I'm not going to draw a line in the sand.
Well, that's not what you said.
That's not what you said, because now you're backpedaling.
Yeah.
You're backpedaling because we're saying that's not.
Because you realize when I said
How?
that you'd be leaving this woman all alone in a foreign country
And Rome
by
is a very
herself.
unsafe place.
It is.
So now you're like,
Very
okay,
unsafe.
maybe
They're
I
not
can rethink
pickpockets.
that.
Pickpockets,
But-
robbers, kidnappers. Rome is, not what it
So-
is in a postcard.
Even though you've experienced it before and you're like over it, she hasn't. It's a first for her. When you want for that first to be with you, when you want to let her have that same excitement, or I don't know, whatever you felt the first time.
I don't need to do all of those things to the highest level. I mean, yes, I'm a reasonable person. Yes, I will.
I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. I'm feeling bad for, what's her name, Susie?
Susie.
I'm feeling bad.
Susie should have just taken one of her girlfriends.
Right.
Because, yeah, I would feel, and here I was thinking when we decided we were going to talk about this, that this is going to be an easy discussion. This would be a quick discussion, because how could anyone, I mean, other than like, okay, the guy may want the room too cold because I like the room at 85 because I get cold easily. So,
Well, no, I feel like it
I don't
could,
want to say too.
listen, it could be more than just little things like that. What if you realize that this guy doesn't want to pay for excursions? He's like, well, I mean, they want $150 to go where? No, let's look for some. Then you start to realize, like, wait a minute now, we're on vacation. It could be things like that. It could be like, He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go and have dinner at a fine dining type of restaurant. He wants to have like the chain food that you can have in America.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, these kind of things
I
would drive me
think
crazy.
I think that when you're traveling with anyone, whether it's your girlfriend, but we're talking about romantic
Right.
partners, I would think that conversation would have been had. Like, okay, when we get to Rome, what are we going to do? Okay, so let's do this, let's do that. Okay,
Well, you don't know
we're
the
gonna
restaurants
We're
all
going
the
to take a
time.
ferry to the coast, to the Amalfi Coast. Or we're going to
We're gonna jump on the Euro and go to a whole nother country.
So that should be discussed,
I agree.
right? So
I don't-
that wouldn't be a surprise.
For me, it's not like that. Like when we go places, we know we're gonna do an excursion. We don't have it planned out which one it's going to be. Like all of that, we'll figure that out. But we know we're gonna do something.
Right.
So, we know we're gonna go golfing. We know we're gonna do an excursion. We know the things that we're gonna do. Do we have it pinned down and who's gonna be our tour guide? No, we don't do all that before. We get there and we figure it out.
But you've talked about it. We're going to do it.
We simply say we're gonna have a good time. But the thing is,
okay. Well, no,
what
I
if
wouldn't do that.
what if like I just happen to have found someone that is very similar to me.
No, so I let me tell you how I roll. I'm not going to go and say, okay, we're going to get there. We're going to go to.
We have tea times set up. That's pretty much all we have set.
Well, I know you're a big golfer, but so we're talking about, since you mentioned Rome. I'm not going to go to Rome and say, with a new person, say, okay, we're just going to go and have a good time. Absolutely not. I'm going to, if it's a place, whether I've been there or not, I'm going to Google, find the touristy things and say, here are some things that we should probably try. Now, we don't have to book it because then I don't want to be planned and like, oh my goodness, it's 5 o'clock, we're going to hurry up.
You have
I don't want to
24
do that.
free seconds every day.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
Unless it's something that is like a very popular, like going to the Amalfi Coast, you do have to prepay for that ferry. And in that case, I might say, okay, well, we should prepay for that because the ferries fill up. So for that, yes, but I'm not going to just go sight unseen and be like, we're just going, just.
No, I mean, like, it
time.
depends on what it is you want to do. When we go out the country, we're looking for golf courses, so we know where we're going to play. So now we have our tee time.
Because that's your priority.
Because that's the priority.
But you still talked about it.
It's a golf trip. So yeah, we've talked.
Okay.
Everything's a golf trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, the beach and everything else is secondary. If we feel like it after our 18 holes of being in the hot sun or wherever we are, or being rained on, whatever the conditions are, then we will say, yeah, let's do that. We have energy for it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want anybody planning my day to the minute, to the second, where I can't say, I'm tired now, I just want to take a nap.
Right.
And I've experienced that where I've gone somewhere and it was one of those people that they were just like this, and I'm like, yeah, relax.
Right. This feels
Calm
like work.
And even early on, you talked about going to restaurants that you can go to here. Very early on, one of my very first trips to Miami, I was just happy to be out of town. And I was like, man, let me run in here to Burger King and get a Whopper. And the person I was with was like, you can't go anywhere that they have where we're at because why did you leave home? And I was like, I'm hungry and it's right there. And they're like, you better hold it. You better hold on to it and wait. And we're going somewhere nice and we're going to the nicest place. And I learned and I grew very early on in my travel career. But now in my travel, I don't want somebody, it's like so important not to be late for me. Because like I've had people where we go somewhere, like we missed there's the sunset cruise that you do in Cabo. Mm-hmm. And I had someone that made us miss the boat. Mm. And that was not fun. And so, when you talk about early on and dating somebody, that will be a turnoff. That will be where you get the breakup speech right then and there, or like right as soon as we get back, because I can't do it.
Yeah.
Why'd you? What? Yeah.
No.
Why'd you guys miss it?
She was getting ready, and I didn't know that. I thought that I got to always see the finished product. I didn't know that it took 8 months to build it.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay, I was just wondering, because okay, so this is a real conversation. I didn't know if it was like, okay, you guys were during the day y'all had a quickie, and then she was like, okay, well now I gotta hurry and fix my hair again.
I mean, if there were ownership on my part, if I played a role in it, but I mean, it was like, okay, the Sunset Cruise is like 5:15 or 5:31 every,
Right.
and it's like, okay, we came back from doing whatever we did that morning, maybe laid out, had breakfast, whatever. So at 3, I'm like, okay, let's start getting ready. And it's 3:30, 4. And I mean, it's not like we were staying across from the water, so you had tickets. It takes you
That
30
would be a
minutes to get
problem
there.
for me. This whole scenario, I'm like feeling anxiety for you, just waiting for someone to get ready like that. Because it doesn't take me long to do what I have to do.
Me either.
Yeah, and
No, we are Speedy Gonzalez.
Quit.
as am I. I mean,
Yeah.
I literally can get ready in 15 to 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
And like I said, this was early on in our dating relationship, and I always saw the finished product, and it was a great product.
Yeah.
But man, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
That whole, an hour to do your makeup, an hour to do your hair, that is not my life. I could never.
And we're
So I
getting
understand
on
how
a
you-
boat.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know-
then there's that.
Hopefully, we might get in the water. So hopefully you got your braids in, or you got a hairstyle that you can work with water, or
Right.
whatever. But it shouldn't take you to throw on a bikini top, a cover up, and some shorts. It shouldn't take you that long.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's even take it back. Let's take it back to your person takes you on a trip, and you get there, and you're like, "This is where we're staying." Like, not that I haven't like had a free trip somewhere, and you're like, ugh. Ugh. But if you are planning a trip and it's not one of those free ones, that you got from, you went to some
The one,
timeshare, whatever.
Oh, those.
I need to stay at a nice place.
Yeah.
the ones that get you is when a person has a destination wedding and everybody has to stay on property.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yes.
haven't gone to a destination wedding.
Or a
I've always
birthday
been
or
to-
something.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
where
destination
everyone
bound.
has to be in the
I
same
haven't done
place.
that. Yeah.
And,
I have.
and then, and I mean,
Yeah.
Are
I'm
they
a little
not placed in
bougie.
that nice?
I'm a little bougie when it comes to traveling. So I need to stay. I want to have not the best. I don't need to be at the Four Seasons, but
Right.
can you no blue me? Can you JW Marriott me? Can you
No, I want to be in someplace nice. I want to feel like I'm comfortable. I don't want to feel uncomfortable. I don't want to,
Comfortable, safe, and it needs to have a great gym.
and clean. I don't want to see dust bunnies in the corner. I don't want to see little, Dominican bugs in
the telltale sign
in the
is?
tub.
You know what the telltale sign for me and how I found out how to figure out how it is? How is the spa? Is the spa really nice? If the spa is a 4 or 5 star or 5-star spa, then usually it's a 4 to 5-star property.
Not true. I have to disagree because sometimes those resorts, that's all they put their money into, the spa.
They would get me.
And the restaurants suck. The service sucks. Yeah. So the spa is a money maker. So if you're going to invest in something, they're going to invest it. I mean, it's $300 a service.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting away from the topic.
Yeah.
So what if, I don't know if you like your room hot or cold, but what if that person was the opposite, like thermally? Like that person was a polar opposite of you.
That's going to end up being a deal breaker.
Really? Okay.
I mean, you are 50 something, closer to 60 than not. So women, are thermometers change. So it might be just that time that she is like experiencing all these different, effects and side effects just from hormone changes from menopause.
I can work with you a little bit. I mean, I'm not inflexible.
Sleeping on the balcony, right? Here, a pillow.
Nah, I'm not doing that. But if you needed to be a little cooler because you're experiencing some summer-like activities in your body, I'll work with you on that.
I forgot about that.
That's all I was thinking about.
But if you're the person that we happen to be in Antarctica and you have to have the window open, no, I'm done. We good. We don't have to do that. No.
Yeah, I don't want to be cold and I don't want to be hot.
crank the room up to 90, my hotel rooms. And then when it's time to go to sleep, I put it down to like 76.
I can work with that. I can work with the heat. I can't, if it's frigidly cold, I can't do that.
I mean, traveling, now mind you, this is back to back, night after night after night, dealing with, you might be like, okay, but, night two, I got a sore throat. Wait a minute now.
Right.
Now I'm sick.
Yeah.
Now I can enjoy myself on my vacation as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if the woman likes to get up early and work out and he doesn't, or he's just kind of like, oh my goodness, you're waking me up. And I had a friend who went through that, and they didn't work. It was the demise of their relationship, and it was a problem because she's a fitness competitor. So she was about to take the stage in like a month or so. So she had to keep working out.
She was still training.
She was she was on a path, and she was a champion. And he was very upset that she was
getting up and leaving
him in the morning.
You all are not going to believe this story, but but in the last 5 years, I've been somewhere to somebody who was a competitor. Mm-hmm. And she had to get up in the mornings, and I actually got and went with her. I didn't work out to the level that she did, but...
I know. Go ahead.
Let me get myself together here. No, but I didn't work out to that level, but I got up and went with her. And I didn't let it bother me or really mess up the trip.
Okay, well that's good. That's very supportive.
You didn't love it though, getting up every day, having to do that, did you?
I mean, I liked her.
Okay.
So it was easier to
recently?
do. In the last 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Within that, it was harder because I didn't like stop drinking the night before, so I might be coming in at 2 a.m. drunk, or we were coming. And she at 10:30 she was like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, okay, I'll be here at the bar. So that was hard, but I still got up and I did it.
Right. That's supportive.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that other thing. Like, I'll be here at the bar, you go upstairs and go to sleep. Like, what?
Well, I guess I think I can kind of understand that. I can understand that.
I mean,
I wouldn't want you to be just hanging out at the bar.
Here's how it really materialized.
Well, you weren't there all night though, right?
He said 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
But here's how it materialized. The first night she tried to be a soldier, and she hung and she drank, and then she couldn't work out, and then she complained.
She was drinking, and she was
hanging. She was hanging, and we were drinking. Then she's like, she couldn't really get her workout in like she wanted to. She's in my ear, and I'm not feeling the in my ear part. So 2 became 1, became 11:30 after her leaving at 10:30.
Okay.
But I worked out every morning.
Well, that's good.
So she didn't get off her
schedule.
schedule.
Influence on you too.
In a lot of ways.
Okay, that's good.
In a lot of ways.
That's excellent, actually.
Okay. Well, any other ones that pop out in your head?
We talked about it a little bit. That person that's just the extreme person of, okay, this, and I'm not. There's a point in the vacation where I want to relax. I don't know if I want to read a book on the beach or anything like that, but there's a part where I want to not have anything to do. And that person that is, every single second
has to be planned and it's written out. Yeah.
That's too much.
Or the person who says, because people are like this. They want it completely dark in the room. They want the TV off when they're ready to go to bed. It's just silent. And now they're sleepy, but you like,
yeah.
Look at her.
What you talked about the person that doesn't really want to pay for the top of the line excursions.
Yeah.
And that's important because if I'm ziplining, I don't want somebody that was, drinking with me last night and I'm saving $35 to go with them. No, I want the people that's going to charge me the money, that are accredited, that, haven't had an accident in the past 5 years. I'm going to spend that money. And somebody that's that much of a bargain hunter,
yeah,
that's going to be a turnoff for me.
Yeah. And again, you don't know that until you earn that situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Traveling, you have to. I guess you have to. The gist of it is you have to really have some conversations. It can work though. It has to work if you.
You may not just be traveling with that
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Conversation. I mean, with anything, it's communication.
It definitely gives you some things that you can work on too. So you know, you know, and you can make a decision. You know, it doesn't. I mean, sometimes not being with that person can be a good thing. You know, like, hey, I've seen some stuff that we're not gonna make it. This is not gonna work. That's okay.
Yeah, some people go away and get back, and they're like, you know what? Now I know, and it was nice meeting you.
Right. Especially if traveling is a big deal to you, and you know that's what you want
It's
to
a
do with
huge,
your person.
it's a huge
Yeah.
deal for me. You have to,
Yeah.
to date me, you have to want to travel. You have to want to see the world and experience cultures and foods and yeah.
Yeah. Life.
Life.
And
It's a big old world out here.
And
Yeah.
Southern Roxbury is not a trip.
Oh my goodness. You are not about to Rockford, Miami, and
Wisconsin. Me.
Atlanta. Yeah.
We're going to the south
happening.
of Indiana.
I'm gonna pass on the dills. You guys, we want to know your experiences with this. Have you had like a new person in your life? You take a trip, and it just was like, oh my God, I'll never do this again with this person. Let us know.
Hi, Griselda and Kim
Yeah.
Collier.
Well, you got some good eyes, girl. All I see is a K and a G.
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about the 24th. Up in here.
Yeah.
We are having, you know how we're having these conversations and it's just the three of us. And that's great. And then we have in-person events, which are really good, and we don't take them because it gets a little funky, and and people are real.
Funky in a good way.
Yeah, funky in a good way.
Right.
And it gets very real, and people feel very safe, and that's awesome. Griselda says hello all.
Hi.
So it feels it's a safe place, but we're also going to do a live taping. So we're going to have
A live
conversations.
episode.
Live episode.
So what you
Thank
see us doing
Thank
right
you.
now, we're going to do it in a live setting where you all get to interact with us right there. And it will be taped and it will be live. So we are looking forward to that. It is going to be at the 16th Street Bar. It is going to be on February 24th, which is a Saturday
In Chicago.
at 12.
75 East 16th Street.
He likes to do that movie phone voice. 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh my God, Central Standard Time. 12 p.m. 16th Street Bar. Join us. Come on out and we're gonna
Live
have some good
episode.
conversation.
We're all going to have the conversation.
Yes, we're all going to have the conversation. You guys participate. It will be taped, so the conversation.
So it's not an in-person.
So let me let you know, the regulars who come out and have these real and raw conversations, you can still do that, but just be aware that it's going to be taped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the great thing, the bottom line is that this is your show. And everyone is always, I'm sure people are asking you all the time, how can I participate? How can I do this? I have something I want to say. Here is your big chance.
Yeah.
Come on out, February 24th, 75 East 16th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 12 p.m. Come on out.
And leave us some comments about this conversation
Yes.
tonight. I want to know.
Because
I want to know.
at this age, everybody has traveled with somebody, a significant other. Not everybody. All women are not taking girlfriend trips. The guys are not taking all
Guy trips,
guy
yeah.
trips. So,
Right.
what do you guys think about traveling with your significant or the person that you're dating? I won't even say significant other. Let's just say traveling with the person that you're dating. Let us know what you think.
Is it a win or is it a lose? But thumbs up to this episode. Like it,
Right.
subscribe, follow.
Let us know what you think. We need to hear from you.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, G. Bye, Weeze. Good
Bye.
night, everybody.
Bye, Kim.
Mwah. And see you on the 24th. Got it?
My
Got
knees
this
also.
one. Got this one.
Cool.
And these